Let me open. That's not what I wanted.
Fair balance.
Hello, hello, Moment. Gonna wait for 5 to 10 minutes. See if anybody sees the post and anybody wants to come live. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to talk about these cards. Very excited. Extremely excited.
You're gonna talk about them by yourself, boy.
Oh! Who the fuck? You know what? I also had some pizza. I just ate some pizza.
Pizza's good as heck, man.
Pizza is good. I wolfed that shit down though because you know I needed to stream and I said 8.
Fumo yerba.
Messing around. Oh yeah, I didn't not necessarily read the Bardock again, but I still don't think that card is good, man. But I see now like you play it and then it becomes your evolve material for the guy so that he's barrier. Oh, I'll bring it up later when I actually talk, but here is a card that I think we can play with the benefit of that ramp. Where is it? We're getting that extra energy, so if you want to, you can play this Borgos and untap your with that energy. With that extra energy, you're gonna end up with. Oh, wait, you're about to get ads. Shit, hold on. I need to stop talking for 3 minutes. Or you should be getting ads. Probably after these ads and. Wait, where's my. I said there was ads. That's weird. Okay, there's not. Okay, whatever. Well, I think you should spam the Z extra. Like, I don't know if we're gonna need as much self awakening, but the Z extra is really good for that ramp. And then you're gonna want to get a ramp, and then you're gonna want to play another one so you can get consistent barrier removal every time you play a final strike. And then eventually you can do another ramp. But I like this as an option, just for an extra pitch one. You do it at the end of your turn. I mean, maybe you can swing another 25 with them, but just a neat little idea I wanted to bring up to you in case you hadn't thought about it.
I'm just here to downplay all the Bardock cards. Yo, Bardock ain't my gang. Bardock ain't my gang at all.
What the? It's fucked up, man.
Oh wait, I don't know who would say that, dude. That's awful.
It's awful. 7 agile. There you go. Now he got the ads. Now he got the ads. I don't know if anybody's gonna come watch. I'll put it in my group chats, I guess. Copy, paste.
I don't really want to like try to place any of the decks. I just want to talk about like how I feel the cards are. If you want to do the decks, you can talk about those, but I'm not. I'm not interested in
The what?
discussing the place of the supported decks. I would rather discuss like the power of the cards themselves and what they bring to the deck. I don't feel like discussing the
Why
overall
not?
power, potential power, because that's just not what I feel like doing tonight.
That's fine. I can talk about it.
Yeah, you can do that.
I gotta put HTTPS. What is it? Colon bar.
Yeah. Wait, what are you trying to do?
I'm just posting my Twitch places because I should be doing that. Get more used to it.
I'm so glad that Moman didn't hear me, trash talk Bardock.
Yeah, no, for
On the
sure he
show.
didn't. Yeah. Yeah, some guys today
He
were
was
telling
singing that
me.
hell.
Some guys were telling me today that yellow garlic, auto loses to red.
Yeah, no.
I tried explaining it, but you know,
Yeah, that's on them, my guy.
hopefully I can clear up the Trump support stuff here. We'll clear and submit. You're free? There you go, yeah. I was wondering, because it said I had ads. It always plays ads at the start, and then I don't get pre-rolls, which is the big thing. So for like the next 54 minutes, people will just be able to come in and watch, and then whenever the ads do start, obviously I'm gonna pause for 3 minutes, because I don't want anybody to miss anything, right? So, I will be doing that. Gonna wait
Hell
for
yeah.
2 more minutes, 10-minute runtime on the stream, and then we can just start. I'm not a huge channel. I did top nats, but like that doesn't mean people know me, right? So I don't, I'm not expecting anybody to really show up here.
So
But I just want to do it. Any Bardock under, yeah, a drop would have been pretty good, but he already has barrier through other means. But he could be played in any Bardock's crew deck. So yeah, you're right. That would have been really good. But Assault of the Apes getting barrier is still really good. It has deflect no, like in Yellow Bardock's crew, you play last year's support and you give your Bardock barrier. Like you've seen that card, right? Yeah, you get Tora. Where is he? This guy. So for 2 energy. The only bad thing is that you have to sack it at the end of the turn, but still, you give your dude barrier. I would still swing with him a billion times, depending on what you're playing against, because obviously barrier against certain things doesn't exist, but, you know. And if it's just one barrier card, most decks can deal with it. But it's still good. You can leave 1 or 2 cards under it and then force your opponent to respond to it. Alright. About to hit that 10-minute mark. Then we'll get this show started. I need to get better. Like, it feels weird, like, talking to nobody, but I'm not used to it, man. All right, boss. Are you eating your pizza? Wait, what kind of pizza did you get?
Spinach bacon Alfredo.
Spinach bacon alf. That sounds good. Sounds really
It
good.
was.
Sin first? Hell nah. Sin is at the bottom of the list because it's black, bro.
Yeah, sin is the bottom because it's black.
Should have put.
I'll make a deal with you. I'll make a deal. Well, I'll convince him to do sin first if you stay for the whole tier list.
I'm not doing sin first. I have an order. I literally spent so much time setting this up, man. Okay, hold on.
Well, we'll break the order, but you gotta be
No, I
upfront.
can't. I
Be honest.
I have to be orderly.
You gotta do it for the vine.
Oh.
Oh, he said, "All right, do the
All right.
order." He said, "Do
So.
the order." He's given up. He's conceded.
All right. All right. What is up, everybody? Thank
This
you,
man
everybody,
gave up.
for. Shut up! I'm trying to do my intro, man. The fuck up! I feel like Kevin Hart at the BET. You're Kai Cenat and Drewski right now, and I feel like Kevin Hart. All right. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Anybody that's here, get the show started. Why is OBS over here? That's that. That's it. Give my shout outs first. I don't know what shout outs do I
Yo,
say?
shout outs to A&W Root Beer. Uh, shout outs to Yuha's backpack. Them straps holding on tight to this day. Shout outs to the cum chat.
Are you done? Are you done? All right.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you being here. Today we're gonna do a tier list. I put all of the anniversary box cards individually, and then I will talk about where I think the leaders will land or the decks afterwards. I didn't want to do tier one like numerically or stuff like that because our game is very weird, right? So everybody kind of just plays whatever. Um, so I don't feel like it's fair to rank one, two, three because that sets a certain expectation. I just want to rank them by how good they look, which is kind of the same in a sense, but how good yet. Also, why does he still have two arms? It's a good question. Not gonna lie to you, but we've got 40 cards to go over. I'm gonna go over every single one of them. I'm gonna try to go as in depth as I can or we can because that matters to me and I care to figure out how these cards fit into every deck. So I did my best to, look at the decks, their engine, and most of these cards, like 90% of these cards are legitimately extremely very good. So first up, we've got, and again, it's the same order here as the website, so it should be the same. So first up, we've got this Z Unison for the Android deck. Oh, sorry, I put them in order of the deck, so I'll have to bounce around a little bit on the website, but that's all right. First up, we've got the Z Unison. Now, I went and looked. Oh gosh, hold on. I gotta mute my opera. My fault. Z Unison. So this is one of the decks I knew the least about, and I had to go and look at their engine and sort of quickly put together what it did. And there is one specific reason as to why I really like this card, because I used to do this in Go Hanks, where I would play the 2 drops from the engine, and then you tuck them under Destroyed West City, and then when you tuck the 17, you tuck the 18 under it, and vice versa. So those are really good to cycle your deck. Obviously, you've got the 3 drops in the engine, which are also quite good, and the 18 comes in with one of the later cards. But I actually really like this card. It's just really good. Um, it just feels really strong. How do you feel about this card?
I think
The
this is a pretty significant help to the deck, honestly.
Yeah, because I was reading, and again, I think tugging an extra card's really good. Him being a 15k swing's pretty good. +2 always good. Even the -4 is really good. Because one of the 3 drops is crit, one of the 3 drops is double strike. So they're gonna go pretty high.
Yeah, I think it's a good
Overall,
card.
it's not like broken, but I personally think for what the deck does, it's better than good. I don't know. I guess this is the first card, so it's gonna be weird. I would personally put this at a good card. It's good, solid for the engine, and it does what it needs to. It's not as
Yeah, I
broken as
think
some of
that's
the
a
other
better way to
cards.
rate cards. Yeah, I don't think this is like a. This is obviously like an. We're not trying to say this is like an S tier, B tier deck. We're trying to say like
Yeah,
this card is
this
good
card
for this deck.
specifically. Hey, waste my money buying blue Bardock SPRs? No, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably fine.
Deck's probably fine.
Next up, we've got the 3 drop. So I think this card will immediately get ranked up a tier from whatever I actually think about this card because this card is generic to any red android. And
Yeah, this one's really good.
that's huge. Now, again, I have to go back and read all the engine. So the first effect is kind of disgusting. Cause so if you don't know, I should, be as fleshed out as possible about this. So if you don't know what card this goes under, well the name's right here. So Future Evil. You go look at Future Evil and you get, where is it? What? Oh shit, that's the leader's name. Sorry, my fault. It's the sorry, I wasn't reading.
SR.
8
Goes under
drop
the SR.
red. Here it is. So this card, this is what you're putting it under essentially. So a lot of those decks, like the big cards in this deck, will go play it, choose a 17 and an 18 under your destroyed West City, and then put it under the card you're playing. And then this is double, so it's going to be double crit. It's going to be a double crit swing that next turn swing, and it's going to have barrier. The first effect is going to be battle. So it's going to keep barrier. If your opponent doesn't immediately remove this from under it, you can play one of the 3 drops in the deck. Would you play it at next 20 something? So you can like defensively neg 20, and then you can also play this card from under it, which on play draws one and gives an android card 5k, so you can just beam your leader. So this card is kind of insane. This card is already really strong for the deck, and on top of that, it can play played in any red android deck. So you can go to I don't know. You can go to the one of my favorite leaders. You can go to this leader. You can play
Well,
it in.
its first effect is all. Its first effect is lock the leader, but
Yeah. I'm saying like the just playing it and getting a draw on pump 5, like that's really good for
mm,
this Goku 18 deck. Honestly,
yeah,
because this deck like lacks offensive power sometimes, and that's a really good one energy play, especially considering that you can make your leader a huge swing, so you can give it 5 more now. So that's really good. So it's really good for the deck, and it has really good sort of generic use. I mean, what other decks can you play it? Is U3 a Machine Mutant leader? Or sorry, Android. It's a
uh,
Machine Mutant. I don't know
no,
if
it
I
is a
don't think it's
machine.
an I don't think it's an Android. You can play it
No,
in
it's
Red
not an Android.
13.
Yo, Red 13's goaded.
I don't know what all the options are. Either way, I don't think this card quite fits the broken, but I think it's like really high on a really good tier.
See, I think it's not quite there. I think it's just
Really?
like a really yeah. I think it's just good tier.
Why?
I think it's not doing enough. It's not really a because the deck's already if it's getting through, it's just killing you anyway. Like it's not really changing how the deck operates,
No, but it
but
gives
it
you
is
a
making the
ton of
deck be
defensive
like
power.
yeah, it's like letting you be slightly tankier than you were before, but the deck's operating still the same, and like that's fine.
It still
So
operates
I
the
think that
same, it just operates at a much higher level, it seems like.
yeah, draw plus
I don't know.
5k is
I
good.
would really put this in really good, personally.
It
I
could be
think I'll
really
leave
good,
it
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think you could put it there. Either one's fine.
Um, let's see, 19. I also really like this card. Like, after I read the engine and saw how all of these kind of fit together, I really like these cards. Draw plus 5 lead is good only. Well, that part is good only, but it's also generic, and it also does something else that is really good for this deck. So I think that bumps it into the really good realm as an individual card. Just being generic, well, not generic, being generic to red androids in a box that's normally targeted support, I think is really good. This card's really fun. So I went and read the Z card. You top deck something and then play him and the guy. And if you don't know what the guy does, where is he? This guy. So like on play, you can search back out the card you placed or top deck something and search it back.
Mhm.
And then I this effect's kind of interesting. It's kind of the same thing the leader has. So you're probably playing what, like a 3 drop off of this effect, because it's either like a 3 or a 6.
Yeah.
you you are not getting the 6 energy with this deck ever, like ever.
Yeah.
But you play a 3 or a 2 drop. Again, play the 3 drops are really good. The 17 again, I can bring them up, but the 17 is draws 1 and has double strike, and then the 18 is -20 and gains crit. So they're
Yep.
really good cards, both of them. It's just, I don't know. Again, I feel like this one is just good. This is just a solid card that facilitates the engine a little bit more. And I think that's really good. Well, for the purpose of this, it's good.
Yeah,
Now,
it's fine.
for the second strongest card in the entire box, I'm immediately putting this to broken, and then we're going to read it. I just need barrier removal. Yeah, that's just red in general, man. My
I have to
wish.
preface.
What?
I have to preface. You just put this in broken. I've just got to remind everybody again. That does not mean I think or he thinks that this deck is like S tier broken. That means we think this
No, no, no,
card
no.
for
I
this
think
archetype is
I
broken.
think I think that should be even if people are just coming in. I feel like it should be clear that it's just a card individually. But I guess we can sort of keep bringing it up. Deck needed just barrier. But yeah, that's just red, man. Red and blue just struggle to remove barrier, and it really sucks when the other 3 colors can do it more. Even yellow now with Janemba can do it much more effortlessly, and it really sucks to see red and blue struggle with that. But here we go again. This is the second strongest card in the whole box. I think everybody that's seen the reveals knows what card is the strongest in this box. But here we go. Where is he? Champa, my goat. My goat. This card is so. Okay, first of all, it's a Z card. You always have access to it. Second is Deflect and Barrier. You're not touching this card. And it's a blocker, and it's 20k. Relatively easy to protect even when it blocks. Next, now we're actually going to start reading the card. If your leader is hit, you discard 1. So you're playing this with a reboot hit, leader. You play the Unison from your deck with 2 markers on it already, not just 1. And then you can awaken 6 or less. Now, if you don't know what the Unison does... Oh, whoops. 19 is 0 energy for 7 damage on turn 4. I believe it. That sounds pretty
Yeah,
good.
that sounds like an Android
That
combo.
sounds like
Yeah.
that sounds like an Android combo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe you.
That's and androids have definitely been like, yeah, I can. You did not have a floodgate. Well, die, I
Die.
guess. Like,
So here's ready to brawl. This unit is actually really good. He's actually pretty solid. Um, when it's attacked by something like bigger than 10, redirect to a leader. So you can basically protect this unison twice now, and it's going to come in with 3 markers. Really good. Redirect to a leader, you have your 20k block. This unison is probably living unless blue or green just kill it, with baby or the GHR. And then +1, you probably don't need to you don't need to take life anymore, but that was a really good effect, because your leader didn't have self awakening.
well, you have to get to 6, so you
Yeah.
probably are taking 1.
Well, yeah, you're probably right actually. Either way, you mill a skillless, and then the second effect on Champa, it doesn't specify what color of skill list, so you can still play pod, which is good. I like that. That's how that deck was originally ran, so that's good that you can still do that way. And then it's a +0, but you gotta pay 2 energy. You basically play Foreseeing Hit from your hand. Now, Foreseeing Hit is a very old card. You know, most of us that play the game have probably played since then. But if you don't know what Foreseeing Hit is, it's this guy right here. So you play this guy for 2 energy, and then you get to look at your opponent's hand. It's basically Crown of Retribution, but better. Fantastic card. Everybody used to play this card when it came out. This card was disgustingly good when it came out. Almost broken, even. Believe it or not. But yeah, you can play this for 2 energy. Very, very good. And then again, the second effect, when you play a skillless battle card from the drop, which is what the leader does on swing, basically it becomes a 30k, and then you bounce it at the end of the turn. So you just +1. You +2 off a leader swing. Pretty good. This
Yeah,
card
he
is
untapps the
just...
block.
He untapps the block? Oh, he switches
Yeah.
himself. Oh, I completely missed that at the very end. Like,
Yeah, dude.
this card is so broken. But that's okay because
This card,
it's going into a deck that
yeah,
is
it's
not
going in
broken,
like
right?
a, yeah, it's like a, this is like the level of card you need to have for like these decks to ever be competitive ever. Like Hit would need probably more cards like this to get there, but if he gets more cards like this quality,
Oh,
he could
Slug.
definitely get there.
Man, I was about to think Spanky's the name for a follow, but then he came in and said Lord Slug.
Bro, he got you.
I know who this is, bro. Told you, man, there's no Lord Slug in this box. I'm not gonna reveal Lord Slug. Stop spamming email. Oh god, Nightbot. No. No,
No,
Nightbot, no. No.
no, you got him, dude.
No. No. I forgot
Lord
to...
Slug.
Okay, I guess I gotta turn that modifier off too. He hates my crying, yeah. Green Lord Slug support when? That's what I'm saying, man.
Yo, same, brother.
Stop a little bit. All right. Oh yeah, the other hit card. Oh wait, forgot. Oh, I already put it in broken. That's right. This card does not deserve to go anywhere else. This card is disgusting. All right. Anyway, other hit card. Final Warrior. How did Invoker get shafted again? Fuck. I have no negative comments about Invoker. I love Invoker. It's my favorite deck. I have no negative comments about Invoker. I love Invoker. I love my friend Evan who likes Invoker. I love everybody who plays Invoker.
Invokers are great, dude.
Nah, I'm not being
Invoker players
sarcastic.
are always chill.
My boy Mike. What about Mass Saiyan? Uh, I believe Mass Saiyan will get support this year. I am just being patient. Just being patient. It's okay. I get some time to try out this box instead of going back to my deck. Your dance list is a slug. Slug is not that OP, man. Alright, anyway. This card costs 2. He's an 8 drop. He has dual naturally, 25. Solid, -20.
Draws one is relevant.
Uh-huh.
Also relevant, his play effect is not limit one. Kind of cool, just to think about.
That's... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would play more than one copy of this in a turn, but the fact that you can is
No,
cool.
yeah, it's just neat to think about. May come up.
Go to stream. I'll see
Hell
myself out
yeah,
now. Bro redeemed 100 channel points. He's rich.
bro.
Anyway, the activate battle is really good. I didn't realize that it's set until the end of the opponent's turn. Which one of these decks will my dad play? Probably none. Oh,
Maybe
no, no,
Blue
no, 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 no,
Frogs.
no, no, no. Surge. He really, really likes Surge. He is
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, he'd play
he's
Surge.
probably going to play Surge. But anyway, this... So activate battle, if you don't know what the hit leader does, basically, you pitch one, and then you can kill, what is it, crit double or a blocker. You can kill something that has one of those keywords. And obviously not every card is going to have that, right? But Activate battle. So when you play this card, basically you use the effect during your turn to give himself barrier, because it gives it until the end of the opponent's turn. And then during your opponent's turn, if something doesn't already have a keyword that kills a card, you can give them that keyword and then kill the card with a leader effect. Or obviously you can always just make himself like an offensive keyword, which is also really good. So this card, I personally, I don't know where I would rank this card. For the deck that it goes into is really good, but I don't know if I would put it in really good.
No, I think this card is just good. This card itself is good.
The card itself is solid.
Yeah,
Like
I think it's just good.
it's just a good card. And to note, I will say anything that is at least good in this box is really good. It's just undermined by the fact, of course, which is why the decks are getting support, that they're going into decks that were maybe not as good. So if you are hitting the mark of a support card, which Bandai has done extremely well this year, of at least being a good card for the deck is going to, that means that it has targeted what the deck needed or targeted the deck's strength correctly, which is really good. You don't want to be like an average or like meh card or not hitting the mark. Got at least one more highlighted message. Damn, man, you're kind of rich. That's kind of crazy. I have infinity channel points, so I want to flex on you with that. All right, Red U7 support. Red U7. I am not excited for this deck to get support. I'm not. I've really hated playing against U7 and Z16. However,
I'm excited.
I think this Z card is extremely, extremely good. What you're paying for one energy here, dude. I mean, come on, 25 deflect, double. Now you have to have sparking 20, but that I mean you get to by like turn 4, so. And then again, what's really good about this card? Red, that much barrier removal. We added barrier removal to a deck slash color that normally lacks it. Instantly a very good card, I think. On top of being a double strike deflect, 25k for one. There's not much to say about this card. I genuinely I just think that it's really good. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's really good.
Just a good stat card. I don't know if I care enough to rank one card above the other one. I think this is better than the 17-18.
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
it really matters. Just put them
I
in the
don't think it
tier. It shouldn't really
matters. It's
matter.
fine.
No.
Oops. Next up we've got Gohan. I like both Gohan and Krillin quite a bit.
Both of these are very good.
Both of these are very good. I would probably put them both in very good. Um, so Gohan is the 2 cost side deck card against mill for any red deck. Oh,
What does
that's
he do?
right. No, no, you can only play it for 1 if your leader is E7.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can okay, sure you can play it for 4 if you wanted to, but I don't know if that would be very good. But yeah, this Gohan. So he pays 2 on 3 or more energy. His dual attack for sparking 10, and then you play one of the essentially 1 drops along with him. Sparking 7 is 17 and it's Frieza. 17 is the 15k double striker that on swing tops 3 for a U7 card. And then Frieza is the dual attacker that minus 15 something on play. And whichever
Freezy
you.
enough that you could play Frieza, and then he pumps Frieza.
Yep. And then he can pump whatever
Ugh.
card he played. So you can swing 25 double or you can swing 29 dual.
And he's also 20
Along.
duels, so you can go like 20, 20, 29, 29.
Yep. Very aggressive. But there's just not much to say because again, it's just like the support for this deck. There's not much to say because it just works really well with the engine, and they're very straightforward cards. So crit, is the 1 cost. So instead of 2, he costs 1. Same thing, 3 more energy. And then you play the Sparking 10, which is the Vegeta. If you don't remember what Vegeta does, he's a crit 20 that on play draws 1 and minus 15's 2 cards, ignoring barrier. Extremely good card. I genuinely feel like this and Gohan's effect should have been swapped because I think Vegeta's the stronger card, but I'm
Hmm.
not sure. But essentially, if a card doesn't have barrier, you can neg 25 to 2 cards with this card. And this Krillin is crit, and Vegeta is crit. So you're swinging 15 crit, 20 crit. And you drew a card, and you probably killed 2 cards.
Yeah. Also keep in mind that they also can play each other. Like Krillin can play Gohan. Gohan can play Krillin.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Because Gohan is sparking 10,
Yeah. And
and
Krillin
then
is
Krillin is
sparking
sparking
7.
7 for crit. Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
good
So
too.
that
I don't know how
yeah.
I
So they
missed that.
can.
I'm stupid.
Yeah. So you could go like play Gohan, play Krillin, give Krillin the 10, and now he's
Curious
25 crit.
what cards get removed from the deck for these. Yeah, because you also have to keep in mind that this deck has actually gone, what, 1 card of support? It was only the Android 18 from the anniversary box 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I got this card. No, that's not the card. Sorry. Where is he? She. I'm fumbling in my words today. No, I'm way too excited. I need to relax. Where is she? I should have filtered by red. That's my bad.
Yeah. You goober.
Where is she? Oh my god, it's on the last page. Yo, here it is. Jesus
that's
Christ.
that's
So,
just that's how it is,
so you got
man.
this card. It's a negate. You can pay 1 for it from the drop as well, which is really good. You have to discard 1 for it, but hey, you pay 1, negate the attack, and next something 15. So you also have to remember that this deck got this card 2 years ago. But I don't know. Obviously I don't play Red U7, but obviously these cards are very good, and you include both of the main deck cards. Maybe a 3 to 4 copies, probably. So yeah, I'm not sure what you would replace now.
So I don't think what U7 was doing was particularly bad per se. It's
It
just
never
that
was.
it just wasn't strong enough. Like now with the way the game is now, so I think this is just a huge boost to what that
To
deck
what the
used to
deck used to
do.
do, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and now it should feel more like a modernized version of that just because your numbers are going to feel a lot better. Um, so the deck will largely still do the same thing. Like even right now in games right now, if U7 ends up somehow making it to the point where he can play back-to-back 8 drops, the deck can still kind of be a problem. But I mean, it's so unlikely for him to
Oh,
get to that. But now with like the ability to fight a lot better, he can actually reach his 8 costs
I
and do a lot
forgot.
more
I
damage.
forgot to bring up the final confrontation too. As soon as you said
Oh
8 drop.
yeah,
So yeah, I forgot that this deck also got this.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Give your dude's blocker at the end of the turn, and then the more important thing, of course, is Ultra Mastery now costs 3.
Yeah.
That card, like you said, still pretty,
Ultra Mastery is
pretty
still a
strong.
very scary card. Yeah.
Let me see your hand, please. Oh, you only have
Yeah, I don't,
you
there's
happen to only have
well
one again in your
you might
hand?
want to show that card because there might actually be like somebody here who doesn't know what the hell we're talking
Fair.
about. Somebody might have started in like Z block and missed
Yeah,
out
you're
on
right. I need
that.
to be showing like all these cards. Ultra Mastery. Um, pay 4. Yeah. It only requires Sparking 10 to play, but it requires Sparking 20 for the effect. And the effect is Pycon SCR. Oh, I'm gonna look at your hand, and I'm gonna take a 7 or less anything card. You have a negate? No, you don't. You don't anymore. Unless you're playing against black and then they petrify you and then you go to the corner, you put yourself in fetal position and you cry because you decided to play this card against black with an energy up. But that's okay.
Yeah, I think you'd be really really silly to even try to board this in the black with energy up. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you can like Gohan and Frieza them now, and then petrification's like, now I don't stop everything. Yeah,
They don't need to do that.
I
They're just
think
gonna hit you with a balanced counterplay.
that's right. That's right. Good counterplays. But no, I think both of these cards, the Gohan and the Krillin, I think both of them are very good. I would put them in the
I
very good
think all
category.
3 are very good.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we put Vegeta in very good already.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
Think,
yeah, we weren't talking about the card
dude,
we already
like
placed. Yeah.
all of these cards are very good. Obviously, of course, in our opinion, helps going wide. Wish there was more cards to keep hand size up or a Z lead. Oh, I don't know if the deck already had a really good hand when it came out, so that's fine. You know, it didn't maintain it necessarily, but it blew up and then stayed consistent. I don't think you want the deck getting too big of a hand because it is a sort of aggressive deck. So I think an aggressive deck, again, we see this with Vegeta and the current meta. You don't want a deck that's relatively aggressive that also has like 15 cards in hand. Obviously this deck doesn't have the Goku Black hand destruction every turn, but you know. All right, red is done. How many cards was that? 8.
Mm.
All right, moving on to the most important part, the tier list. Bardock's Crew. Blue Bardock's Crew is the only deck that matters in here, and any other opinions will not be tolerated. If I see any negativity about Bardock's Crew, you'll be permabanned.
Oh, dude, that guy said something about
Ah,
in chat.
that's you! That's you! That's you! The fuck? What the hell? Okay, first card. I think that this is the best card out of the 3. Great Ape Domination. This is a very good card. When you play Final Strike Bardock, I gotta remember to go over all of these cards. So Final Strike Bardock is the staple of the deck. Needs a Z lead, just a new leader. Again, I've been saying this to some people today. There are some reboot leaders next set. I think it's like in the distro information or something. I'm hoping Bardock's Crew gets one of them because obviously the problem with this deck is not the engine, it's the leader. And with how well targeted the support has been this year, like I've said, I feel like they have to know this. I feel like they have to know this, and I feel like they're saving a reboot for set 28 for a crew because it desperately needs it. And the fact that they didn't give this deck a Z-Leader is a little bit weird. But Final Strike Bardock, this is the staple of the deck. He is a barrier guy. He's basically unique. This card was made when unique didn't exist as a keyword. So this is what they did. And then when you untap it, your opponent bottom decks one. So this was like a pseudo hand destruction sort of thing, which was cool. So that's what it does. And then the main thing you pair it with, which is what the Tora does, is Tora's Rant Armband. I mean, you can read it, but you know, Tora Warp 1, you draw 4 cards. It's quite a bit. It's a lot of cards. You untap your Bardock, so then you're making them pitch 1, and then he gets tanky and double. And you untap 1 at the end of the turn, so good card to pair it with. So that was normally the combo you ran. Now, for the Z Extra, every time you play Final Strike Bardock, again, blue, color that struggles with barrier removal consistently, quite a bit. The first SPR that wasn't an SR? No, he was an SR in Clash of Fates.
No, Tora's armband.
The Tor's armband. Yes, yes. Actually, you're right. You're right. Tor's armband did have an SPR for this. I forgot. Yeah, good luck, old friend. Was it? No, it wasn't because in set 8 you had the counterplays focus breakthrough, Beerus Ball.
This was out before set 8.
Was it?
Yeah. Well
Was it
before.
really?
Oh yeah.
There's no way.
Clash of
TV1.
Fates had
Oh
Clash of Fates
yeah,
had the
no.
Broly movie teaser in the end. Yeah, this is way before set 8.
TOP came in between 3 and 4. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I thought it wasn't, dude.
Because we got Clash before set 6, because set 6 had the
Oh.
Broly movie stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I feel so old.
No, 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 you're just a goober.
Oh, I feel so old now.
I'm sorry.
I need water. I guess it was the first one then. Jesus. Anyway, we give barrier removal, consistent barrier removal, to a color that normally doesn't have it. It's very, very good. And now when you play, it says when any card in your energy evolves into a Bardos crew, so you can use all the apes from DV3. Um, I'll just type Great Ape Assault because that's what they're all called. The main perpetrator for this card will be this guy. This was the only like good card ever that got played. It even got played generically for a bit.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Basically, when you play this, you actually get to ramp one because you ramp one off of the Z extra immediately, and then he ramps one at the end of the turn. So you actually plus one, and that is quite good. I still don't know if I don't think I put this card into the really good category. I think it's just a solid card. Um, it's
Yeah.
like really good, but it also I don't think it does enough technically to be considered really good. It's like very high good or like very low really good. Um, I think either is fine. I'm inclined to put it in good. Can I?
Yeah, I think it's just good.
Okay, next. I really hate this card. I really hate Bardock diversion. Oh, I should probably stream on Discord so you can... Wait, am I streaming? I still am.
Yeah, I can't see what you're doing on it, so I've just been watching the stream.
Oh, you can't? Am I streaming the... Oh, I'm streaming the wrong screen on Discord. Whoops. Hold on. There you go. I changed it.
Well, way easier.
My bad. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse invisible? Okay, back.
Uh, That's funny. I watch it just zip around the screen. It's real funny.
Bowman loves this card. I don't. I think it's like... Okay. I don't think it's that good. Um... I don't think you're ever using it as a counterattack, first of all. It's basically free, sure, but you kind of like want this card to live. You can use it to fix energy, yeah. You can, like for the ramps, sure, you can fix the ramps afterwards, after you already played the first Bardock. Um, I just, like, again, for what this deck, and this is my frustration point, for what this deck needed, this is not good. I think for what this deck needed again, it needed like a leader revamp or something really broken because the engine is solid, but it's not like set 27 solid. Um, this card just needed to be way better, and I'm a little bit disappointed by it, but I can see the value in it. So I'm not willing to call it like a complete trash card, but I think I think it's just meh. I don't.
Oh, we're big disagreement on this one, buddy.
What makes you think that this card is good?
It's that you basically get the energy back in both ways, like both uses of this card, right? And then it sets itself up to be the assault for the deck, which is really, really good because it shoves itself in, which is like the target you need for your assault. So you technically go up in energy total off of the assault. So it's like this card facilitates everything that the deck actually wants to do. This is a really, really, really important card for how Bardock plays, because one of his big problems was having to constantly get a Bardock in his energy. This literally fixes that.
Okay. I mean, I figured you could just charge one or Guine it.
You can, but this is like another way to always guarantee you have targets. And on top of targets, it's literally free.
Okay. Um, I will trust you then. So good.
I think this is actually, and I might get flack for a moment, I think this is actually the best card that he got, and I think this is really good.
Okay. Okay. I'll trust you guys on that one. I will trust you guys and believe it. If if you say that that's like now when you put it in that perspective, I guess having the consistency and guaranteed option that I guess that does make it pretty good.
And it's just cool that it gives back the energy in active, which is great because it means like you can play it on offense and then it goes in and it immediately goes out to be assault, which is super cool.
Okay. All right. Uh, I can see that. Um, Last one is Tora. I really like this card. I don't know if you could have ever made Tora's red armband cost two, but
Yeah.
or sorry, cost one for two total. Like I think paying two
Yep.
total for this guy and armband wouldn't have been broken. Torback from drop, DA drop yellow Bardock. It doesn't specify color. I mean that's kind of weird though. Like you wouldn't want to.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean I get. Okay, that makes it better because if you like happen to mill your secret and you play. Okay, I mean
Yep.
because armband untaps. Yeah. I know, but like I don't think armband for two total would be broken because then it's. I guess it's. I don't know. I guess it's tough because it is a really strong
Like
card.
this is like a card that I think is like good. I think
This is good.
this is just good. I don't think this is doing nearly as much of the lifting as like having the barrier assault every single turn basically is, but I do think this is good.
It's just solid. I mean, you again, the Final Strike Bardock comes up again. You can just play it for one,
Yep.
and then now this deck has. I looked at it. I think was it three ways to play Final Strike Bardock? Because you have the one drop Tora. You pay one and then you pay another one when he gets KO'd or removed. You have the Shugesh super combo. Okay, now that's the thing. Do you still play Shugesh super combo with this card released?
Hmm. I honestly think that you don't need Shugash anymore at all. Yeah, I think
Probably
Shugash is
not.
just not even a thing that you consider anymore.
Probably not. Because
Shu-
you have two other ways to play it. Even just this guy late game, you just pay one for Final Strike Bardock.
Yeah, before like Shugash was needed because it was literally like high roll the five and like try to pop off or just lose.
Yeah,
Like that was literally all you could do. Now they actually can play like their good cards like Assault. So and Final Strike is going to be playable with barrier removal, so that's a big help. But now it feels like you can actually finally. This is like the way to bridge all of the Bardock cards is just basically make all of them accessible to one another. So I think in terms of like overall Bardock support, it's all like equally like just good. But the Bardock is really the standout for me of their three cards that they got. I think this one is good. I think the field is good, and I think Bardock is just outstanding. He's a very good card.
yeah. Again, all good. I mean, you convinced me to put that other one up very good. So, like, we don't even have any bad cards in this box yet,
Oh, bro,
and
we're
we've
gonna get, we're gonna get one. We're gonna get one for sure.
one bad card. I think there's a couple.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a couple, but we're for sure
All
gonna get
right,
one.
Trunks support. Now, I was talking to some people today in the Select Discord, and everybody seemed to have maybe not a wrong idea, but maybe they don't really understand how the engine is supposed to work. So I was trying to do the challenge where we try to topple the trash deck in a color. I rolled blue. I hated my life, and it almost burned me out of the game because blue is a trash color. But Trunks is one of the decks I went back to, and I played Trunks with the engine because I like the engine. I think 8-drop Vegito is a really good card. Still do. -4 from hand. Triple strike. Your deflect is pretty good. And before we go into the cards, I think that all three of these cards, maybe I think the 5-drop is definitely minimum really good. Maybe the other two are on the bridge. But again, I think all three of these cards are going to be a minimum of good. And I really want to explain why, because I feel like maybe people don't really understand how the engine works in the deck and why it's good and why the two basically one drops fix the issues that the engine had. And I feel confident talking about this because I've played this deck within the last month, so I have it fresh in my mind. So first card is Blue Duo. Deflect 20k, play it for one, replaces itself. and then when you play it, you basically play. You know what? I'm actually gonna have to show the whole engine just in case people don't know.
Oh, no. It's really easy. So the way the deck works is you have these Gokus and Vegetas that when you get hit, they come
What
into your
set? It
energy.
was 18, right?
Uh, yeah, they come into your energy, and then at the end of the turn, at the end of your turn, they leave. So one of the things that you wanted to do was get those cards moved from your energy either to your hand or to your board, play them with a card that then replaced it with an energy. So they had made some cards that allowed you to, so you'd turn temporary ramps into permanent ramps.
Yeah.
Um, and that was like a thing the deck did. But one of the problems with the deck was its engine didn't function because the best ways to actually get your life into the cards that you want to get hit from your life into your life, put them in face up, which they ruled just didn't work. So, um,
They
like literally
weren't
this deck
set
has like
18.
yeah, this deck has like cards that literally just do not function with the archetype they were
Oh,
designed
sorry.
for
There's
some
set
reason.
10. Set 18 was when the starter deck came out. My bad.
Yep. The starter deck also had a couple of cards for it, but yeah, all those like Gokus and Vegetas, they had the
I don't
effect that
really
they
use
just
those
they were
anymore, I think. That's the thing. This
yep.
new support kind of invalidates all the original cards because the original cards are all basically too slow. And it's just like I think it's just like you said with Red U7. It kind of updates the deck to work in a contemporary sense. So the main thing was playing these guys that say the thing with the leader is during your opponent's turn, instead of taking life, you can flip, reveal it, and then you would have these guys that say when you flip it, when you reveal it, you can put it in your energy instead, and you draw one card. So you still get the one card value off your life. And like Cody said, you had these promos. So there is a Vegeta and a Goku that were released pretty far apart from each other, funnily enough. They're both one drops that just say pick up on energy, ramp the top. So again, like he said, you turn the temporary energy into a permanent energy. So that's how you ramped in this deck. The problem was that it was kind of attached to RNG, right? Because you had to flip off your life. Now, there was a couple of ways to get them into life, but again, for the game now, they're a little bit too slow. And when the reboot came out, that was Gogeta and Sin meta. There was no way in hell you were ever playing this deck into decks that were that fast.
No.
So you never had a chance to establish yourself. Um, now that I've given that context, so when you play this, you play those Gokus or Vegetas from your energy. The ones that you flip and ramp into your energy from life.
hmm
Play it from your energy, and then you flip the top. So kind of like that one drop. What does this do that is infinitely better than that? It sets up your Potaras. This deck wants to Potara into. Oh, sorry. Actually, it was a set 10 card. Yeah, hit this one. Paralyzing Prowess. So you would want to EX evolve with this guy, which means you had to Union Potara one of the 5 drops. So when this deck came out, you had the one in the set, which is just a deflect barrier. And then if you have 4 more energy, you could Union from the energy, which is normally what you ended up having to do because you would play one of those one drops that flip the top and like make your ramp permanent, but then you wouldn't have the other piece, especially now that removal is so easy, right? So you would have to end up going down one energy. This guy gives you both. Like you play the Goku Vegeta, and it's really good that it has both characters. That's a good insight. And then it plays another piece, which gives you the Potara at no cost to your energy, so you actually get to keep that permanent energy and you don't have to go down on it. And that is extremely good because this deck gets so much stronger the more energy you get. And if you
Well,
actually go ahead.
you also get an extra attack out of that too. It's
Yeah.
really important to know that Potara's coming active so that you can just
Yes.
like you get to swing with this and you get to swing with the card that you play off of it. And I think the card that you play off of this is also a 20k because it's a
Soaring
3 drop.
blows. Soaring blows is 20, but the guy that he plays off energy comes in rest mode.
Oh yeah, so so never mind. You don't get the extra attack. I forget. You get a body though, but you're
You
gonna
get
Potara with it
well, you
anyway.
do get an extra attack because normally you wouldn't have been swinging with the one drop you play.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess you do. Yeah, because before you wouldn't even get to attack with a card that you're using to set up. So I guess yeah,
Yeah,
we've gained an extra attack in the
we've
Trunks combo.
gained an extra attack, something that replaces itself instead of picking up like the useless three drop. Now, I just thought about it. The one downside, potential downside to this is that picking up the three drops from the energy to make it permanent was actually not that bad because then you had the effects that put that put those three drops back into your life so you can flip them again. So that is the singular downside to this card. Now, I don't think I would ever have a problem with this because obviously you're maxing out on those cards or like max RNG. So you're probably going to end up having multiple copies of them in your hand, so it should be fine. But that is the one downside to this. I don't think it makes this card weaker, but Final Hope Slash is underrated. Final Hope Slash is a extremely underrated card right now. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. Plus 20k and bounce it to. Oh wait, wrong game.
What the? Oh, shut. It's stupid. But yeah. Uh, Again,
I think it's just good. I
I
think the
think it's
next one
just
is a
good,
lot better than it.
very good. I think yes. So the next one is Vegeta. Again, it has so this is a one drop and it has the flip come into play thing. When it's played, you draw one. The more important thing is again he can make your energy permanent, but the way he does it is really good. It Z charges. Now the reboot leader can awaken when you're 4 life or you or your opponent have or sorry is it only you 3 energy uh on does this have the name Justice? Yeah, it does. So, or a player has three or more energy. Yeah. So one of the problems I ran into with this deck was that I actually would get stuck at 2Z energy quite a bit and end up in a very uncomfortable situation. So this one like gives you the third one for free, and it
Hmm.
makes the ramp permanent. That's really good. Oh, we're about to get ads, so
Oh, don't you let these ads play?
I gotta let these ads play. I don't want you guys to miss anything.
Re.
Free, and everybody's gonna get ads.
Re.
Yeah. I will wait for the 3 minutes. I don't want anybody to miss anything. Thankfully, we're at a good point. Gives me a
I
break
thought
from
Vegito was the next one. I don't think this is better than the last card.
no, it's not.
I thought it was Vegito. Vegito's better than the last card.
Vegito is very, 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 very good. Not quite broken, but extremely good.
I like this card. This card's so cool. Because then it goes to your energy and rest mode, and then you can like play the Goku and pick this up, and then play it again. Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
The Goku picks up an energy and puts it into your hand, right?
Oh, the one that you combo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could like play this Vegeta, Z charge a card, shove this in,
Oh, I forgot he
play
ramps
the
himself. Yeah,
Goku, yeah, and then pick him back up, and then put another energy back in, and then just use Vegeta again.
it's really good. I don't know
It's
if I'm gonna
funny.
end up playing that Goku though. I think that Goku is probably the one starter deck card I'll still try to
Yeah.
slot in, but
Hey, he is 15k power, like combo power.
I need to stop yapping for 2 minutes.
Shut up, nerd.
Feels good. Very good box. Very good box. I'm getting more excited as I talk more about it. I need to talk at a lower volume. I realize maybe I should just have one ear of my headphones in because it like isolates the noise a bit, and I end up talking louder than I want to, and then it ends up like messing up my throat.
It's okay.
Super Namekian. I hate that card. I should probably try getting a refill during the ad break, but everybody's leaving because there's ads. No.
I actually gotta get to sleep, dude.
Sleep.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd be here this long.
It's only been an hour.
Yeah, I didn't think we would have super long discussions about each car.
I said we would. That's okay.
No, it's too late.
I appreciate you for
Okay.
being here.
Yeah, bro, have fun.
Okay.
Say good things about the Frieza card
No.
for me. Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
Man.
Alright. Back. Cody unfortunately left because this is running a bit longer than he thought it would. And we're not even through half the box. So, he's gone forever. He's not coming back. He doesn't exist anymore. Finish talking about this Vegeta card. It's really good at saves on your fail states. Like I said, I ended up getting stuck at 2Z energy a lot, and you need a third one to awaken. And you awaken in any life, right? So if you can defend your life at 7 or 8, ideally, and then awaken, that becomes really good. You get a lot of compounding value from it, because then you can just start cycling your life. You can use all your effects, set up your life for those permanents that, ramp the plays. Everybody's favorite card, Emotional Blow, right now. That works in this deck. You can flip it and play it. Several other cards you can do that with. So this card's just really good for that fail state. Same thing with that 4-drop. I would just put it in good. It is just a solid card. It's not quite like really good, but it does help the deck quite a bit for what it needed to be doing with the engine, and that's really good. Last card is the best one. SSB Vegito, Future Hope. This guy is. So you're playing this guy for a total of 4, like the 8-drop Vegito, because you gotta have your materials, and you can't pull Tara from the energy, and I think that actually could be a problem because somebody can counterplay, like somebody can counterplay the 4-drops auto because the 3-drop's gonna come in with the skills negated for the game. So if you interrupt that, you're not gonna have a good time trying to play this Vegito, which sucks because this card is extremely strong. So it's a barrier blocker. You draw 2 on Potara, and then if your leader Trunks, when you play him, you do the effect, and then when you pass and your opponent plays something, this activates. What does it do? It does the thing where to hand from life. No, but you replace them. That's this deck skimming. You put one card in your hand, which is going to be a card that does something when you flip it, and then you take 1 life, which works on your opponent's turn. Wait, no, it doesn't. Sorry. Does it? I can't remember. The Z Vegito didn't work. Uh, Add it to your hand. No, it works. You just can't do it on your turn. What was it that it didn't work? I don't remember. I remember something not working the way I wanted it to work. Was it the Z Vegito? Hold on. I have to remember now. Add 1 card from your hand to your life. From your hand to your life. Oh, whoops. I've been playing this card wrong then. Why did I read it the other way? I thought it was from life to hand and then hand to life. No, so you put one from hand to life, and then during your opponent's turn, when you do these guys' effects, you put something from hand to life, and then when you add from life to hand, flip it, play it. The more important part, obviously, is that this guy is consistent barrier removal. Again, we added consistent barrier removal to a blue deck. Very good. This deck now has consistent barrier removal. It has one of the things that barrier or blue lacked a lot. So for that alone, this card's going up here. Extremely good card. Now, this was a complete offshoot. I was not expecting Goku Black support at all. Um, I don't like this card very much. I'm gonna be honest. I went and checked the utility of this card. So you evolve it on top of support for everyone. Yeah, that's crazy, man. You play it on top of this guy. Now, it's good because you get to draw two. My problem with it is that this card and this card basically do the same thing. This one is arguably worse because this guy combos on swing. This guy combos on an activate battle. Now, you can do this on any swing if you get it set up right, which is better. But if you were trying to use this card like you use this card, and your swing gets answered, obviously you can't use this. So it could be worse. Overall, it's probably a little bit better though. Now, you don't have to EX evolve it. You can just play it when your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you can just replace itself. That's fine. Um, I'm not particularly amazed by this card. I think it's if there is a very good use for this card, I don't know what it is, but I don't think there is one. And to me, this card is kind of whatever. I genuinely think that this card is just whatever. Now, this card. Ceiling in a Jar. This card is extremely good. So you know how indestructible cards don't like getting removed? And then when people play against an indestructible deck, most colors nowadays will have an answer for at least one card. And how red deletes them? Yeah, this card prevents that from happening now. The counterplay, you put it on top of the Zamasus that have indestructible. Does you like you Mafuba your own card so they can't remove it? And then once your card is safe, it's activate main slash battle too. So you sack it from on top of the card and then you draw two and discard one, so it nets you like it's a net zero. And you just protected your card from the removal. So it's a very simple card, but it's an extremely powerful card considering how good indestructible cards are when they stick around. And the card you are making stick around is this guy. So you're making this guy stick around. So when he attacks, or a Goku Black is added to Z energy by any means, so when you combo it maybe too, you draw one and bottom deck something. Not limited to the turn. So you can just kill something on your opponent's turn. Okay? And then you untap an energy with him because of your leader skill. But that's the important thing. You're protecting this guy from removal whenever it's about to happen. And then when he's not in threat anymore of dying, you just take it off and then use his auto. Really good. Now, obviously I'll talk about this later, but is this good enough to make the deck good enough, even with the other regional promo it got? I'm unsure, but honestly, I would consider this card really good because it takes care of what could be killing it. So now we're gonna go to green. Green is interesting. So the first deck supported by green cards is Cooler, the Unison Cooler. This deck is from set 14. It revolved around Empower. Sorry, was it? No, sorry. 14 was the Spirit Boost set. Sorry. 15. Tripping. This is the Empower set. Whatever. This deck revolved around playing one cost unisons that all had Empower, and they did different things when they empowered. Just for quick clarity, I can bring it up really quick to be honest. Skills, power, green. So he had these guys. 17. Jeez, set 17. I was way off. So he had these guys. Frieza comes in power 3. When you play it with Empower and it has 3 markers, they pitch 1. Then you had a negate that like locks a card from attacking. And then you have a 1-cost Frieza counterplay. All pretty solid. Then you had a power booster. Well, sorry, I forgot a Dore, because you never really played this card. You played it at like 2 maybe, but he just searches out a card. He was like a +1. And then Cooler came in and got dual attack, so he was a 15k dual attack and he Z charts, which is how you're gonna get your Z awakened a little bit easier. So that's the context. And then you had the big monster, you paid 3 for it, and when it came in with 7 markers. Wiped the board, not ignoring barrier, and then you could give it triple strike. So it's triple strike dual attack 30k for 3 energy, which is solid. You could probably still play this as a 1 copy. It doesn't hurt you. So this is what the deck revolved around. Now, I have seen some people say that this wasn't a very good card, including one of my locals. And I'm gonna explain why this card is really good. Like, this card honestly might go into the broken tier for me. It's like really, really close because so we know that when you Z evolve, oh sorry, Z evolve, Z, Z awaken, if the leader falls off, your regular leader resets its skills. And the cooler leader said it had an auto that said on swing you either draw one, and if you don't draw, you play a 1-cost unison. It's already really good. Second effect was when your unison gets placed in the drop, you draw one. So both of those effects that are gonna get reset because this guy goes away. So you can swing leader, get your empower off, play something with 4 markers, get its effect, whatever. You can spirit boost. You can still do it after too. There's not a problem. You probably want to do it after the swing, even though the Z leader itself is 20k. I feel like you probably get more value out of using your unison's effect because like this guy goes to 15, you swing twice at 15. If you happen to play this guy, this could be worth like not using, but even then it's 10k. It's 10k, which is better than the 5k you're getting off of your leader technically. Um, but yeah, all of these basically become 15k swings. The only one that doesn't is this one, but you're not playing this one offensively, so it's not super relevant. And this guy's also a 20k when it swings. So I think, in my opinion, you'd probably want to get value out of your unison before like turning into your Z leader, which kind of sucks because you would be losing the 20k value. But you can also, of course, you can also do this defensively, and then you get a 20k leader defensively, which is also good. I'm not sure what the use is, but when you play it, you can tap an extra energy, and you can search a green Frieza clan with an energy cost of 4 or 5 from your deck or drop. Do you want to guess what card is a Frieza clan that is a 5 cost that is currently limited to 1? Charismatic Villain. This card, Charismatic Villain, is in fact not a one of in this deck, which is scary. That card got limited to 1 for a reason, right? You're going to be able to play that card more than 1 time, and you're already playing more than 1 Charismatic Villain in this deck. Just this one's not free. This card also matters because basically he's gonna pop something when you play a green unison. So you have free charismatic villain, pay one for a charismatic villain, and if that freeze is still on board, you're gonna KO another thing. Like if your deck doesn't play barrier, you are going to hate yourself. Howdy, hello Eric. And then again, activate main, you untap the leader and then remove it. So then your regular leader is again untapped. So you're gonna swing again, you're gonna get your draw or play again, and then when you stack a unison, you're gonna get another draw. So like this card alone just made you like +3 value, like +2 to 4 value. Moment, you literally said you left. Okay, you he came back. That makes sense. Anyway, I personally, because I know what kind of value this deck gets out of like the draws, drawing fast as an aggro deck, and the multiple leader swings with the multiple unison plays, I am personally willing to put this card in the broken tier because it just does so much. Yes, but I have returned. Yeah, I can see that now. My fault. This card is disgusting. This card is very disgusting too, but it's not like broken. Okay. Um, play it for one. Play for one. You, your leader already draws when your unisons get sacked. This adds another draw. You literally get leader effect twice off of this card, basically. And if it happens to live and not get removed immediately, you are going to get another draw out of it and another leader draw. So if this card sticks, it's going to be like a Gamma situation with Android 17, where if you let that card stick out for one turn, you are going to hate yourself. And then again, when you play Green Unison, you KO anything not ignoring barrier. So defensively, when you play that negate Unison or you play the counterplay Unison, you are like KOing something actively on top of already interrupting something. Yeah. No energy restriction. Yeah, but you might as like it might as well say 2 energy because you can't play this on turn one because you have to play a Unison out. You know. But this card's very good. I definitely think I put this into the very good category. Berry Blue and King Cold. And King Cold, yeah, kind of. I think it's way better than Berry Blue, but I see what you're saying. Alright, we're going on to page 2. Now we've got the Majin cards, Majin Vegeta. I think this card is very good. And let's go over it and let me explain why. So this guy's a flat servant, so 25. You play it for one and you can take a life, which is good because that leader needs to awaken as fast as possible. This deck is very, very fast. And they didn't print a card for this deck that offsets it being really fast, so they want you to still be really fast with it. Now, if you don't know what the leader does, Majin Vegeta is one of the alt arts too. I actually don't know what the name is. It's an evil wizard Babidi. I'll type Majin. It's a very aggressive leader, so it's this guy right here. He has Overlord inherently, so it's one of the Overlord servant decks, of course. When it swings, you can take a life, and you become 15 double on the front. Very good. Here is the most notable thing about this leader, because we don't get these anymore. This leader untaps 2 energy when it awakens, and it's aggressive, which means that this is very good. Okay. The backside is the same as the swing, right? Becomes 20k double, and then you have this effect. You pay 1, look at the bottom. So basically you overlord your servant, and then you can pay 1 energy to replay it. Okay? This matters for this card, because it's a 3-drop Vegeta with servant. What does it do? Plays itself, replaces itself, can take a life to awaken faster. Pretty good. Here you go. Activate main. You can rest it, and you can play this card from your hand. If you do, board wipe your opponent. This is happening for 1 energy. Okay? What is Vegeta Prideful Warrior, you may ask? Well, I'm very glad you asked. For one, whoops, for 1 energy, you are playing a Deflect 30k triple strike that removes 3 markers from your opponent's unison. For 1. The only star that's being reprinted? No, that's not true. Lightning Fast Hit was a set 1 SR. And the 5-drop Gammas are also SR from their set. There's a couple SRs in the reprints. Yeah, this is what you're getting for 1 energy. 1. You're getting a draw, a take a life so you can awaken faster, a triple strike 30k, a removal of 3 unisons, removal of 3 markers from a unison if they have one out, and a board wipe not ignoring barrier for 1 energy. 1. So I think that warrants a very good rating. Personally. I think that's warranted. So another thing before I go to these cards, if you haven't been around for when this deck was at full power, we had the Mountain Quickening. This card is what it was eroded. So when this deck was out, again, it's very aggressive. You on turn 2 could activate this card. Okay? What did it do? It placed everything under it for free. So for every for every life you took, you would put the top card of your deck under this card. Okay? Once you had 4, so once you took 4 life, ideally, because you would play like the Bobbity out or the Quickening itself, you play one of the Majin Boos that came out with a cost of 3 for free on turn 2, play a 3-drop Boo. Now, what did that 3-drop Boo turn into? Okay, you played a 3-drop Boo, did something. This is when all the parasitic balls came out. So they would turn to Zeno characters. You would go into a 5-drop Majin Buu Zeno that was really good, which is what you'll be doing now for 2 energy. And then you went into this guy for 1 energy. So you would go 20k swing. Mind you, you've already swung like 2 double strikes because you swung with Leader and some other Vegeta. One of the TPs was like a 15k double. Then you would go swing 20 with a 3-drop Boo, put the ball under it, put the 5-drop on top of it in active mode, and then you would pay 1 for this. And this is just a dual double. And then when you killed it, it would recur the 3-drop basically. This all happened on turn 2, like guaranteed every game. So they eroded it to when you have 3 or more energy. And I guess they felt bad about that because now you can do the same, basically the same combo, but it costs you like 3 energy. So the guy has Deflect Barrier. On play, it has that 3-star ball that I was talking about. And you got a bottom deck one. So it's like, it's alright. And then basically they work off of each other. So you pay 1, discard it, and play the Bobbity. When you play the Bobbity, you can pay 1. You're forced to take a life, and then you have to sack a card from under the Quickening. And then when you play it, you can play any Majin Buu from your drop, which is probably gonna be this guy because he's got Deflect Barrier. Okay. I'll be honest, it's a little bit underwhelming because you need 3 energy total for the whole combo now, which is weird. I don't know. Play Bobbity, pay another one, and then keep in mind you still have to pay another one for this guy, so that's 3 energy total if you want to go into this guy. Um, Again, it feels kind of underwhelming. Is it still the best thing this deck is going to be able to produce on like turn 2? Sure, probably, because you're going to Awakening at 2 energy back, so you can still play the 7 drop. Still a strong play. I think it'll be fine, but I'm not particularly impressed by either of these. I don't think they're bad cards, so I want to put them in meh. Um, I think they're okay. I think they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, yeah, again, like I said, I'm not super impressed, but you know. Now moving on to yellow. Yellow had Future Gohan supported. Future Gohan is a bit convoluted, so we're gonna go to set 13. We're gonna go to Supreme Rivalry. This it's like a blocker deck pretty much. It's kind of hard to explain in a sense. Basically, you have a blocker KO'd, flip your leader, and then basically those blockers, when the leader on the backside swings, they get 5k in crit. So you want to swing with them, and then on your defense, you can untap them and give them power. So because of the auto timings, you could untap it and then block with it because the blockers still saw the attack, right? So it was pretty good. Unfortunately, it released in a iffy meta where God Sealing Trunks still existed. The big monster didn't have Deflect, so it was kind of unplayable. But yeah, that's the context. It's basically a blocker deck. This deck has previously received support as well, and that's one of the support cards this year. Works with. It's a Z Battle Gohan. It is this guy right here. So it gave you a 1-drops barrier, which was really good. It had Deflect, so it was relatively safe. It would play a 1-drop out because the deck needs to play around the 1-drop. So you would play a 1-drop, and then when something else dies, it would play like a 3-drop on top of it, and that 3-drop had barrier and did a couple things. Okay, it's the whole shtick with the deck, basically. So that's more or less enough context to understand the deck and what it's trying to do. So first card is Vegeta Support for a Sun. It's a regular unison, but you play a one off of one of the other cards. So all of the Trunkses from this deck, they're basically 3-drops and they have Evolve. They would go on top of the 1-drops. So this is what that auto does. It lets you draw another card, which is really good. Deck because of Rohit. Was it? Set 13? Oh, well, yeah, because he had God Slicing. Or, sorry, God Sealing. So again, God Sealing and Android 21, man, clones. I do not miss that deck. Or Dirty Burst. Oh yeah, Dirty Burst was... Dirty Burst? Yeah, dude, I don't know the timeline for the... I don't know the timeline of the draft boxes anymore, man. But playing in Rust mode is brutal. It's not... Again, think about the fact that the leader untaps your blockers. So if it played it in active mode, you could like evolve the guy in active and then be like block, restand, block. So that's probably why it plays in rest mode, which makes sense. I don't think the plus 0 is relevant, but you know, it sure you could rest him and then KO something. It's not bad for an extra random effect. And then yeah, the -5 taps any card, so you can tap their energy, which is really good because the boss monster of this deck, I actually forgot to bring that card up. This card has like every keyword in the game except for Deflect. Where is he? 30k, 35 with leader swing, double dual, barrier blocker, and crit with Leader Swing. Okay? Let's remember that. So this is a 35 double dual crit barrier blocker. And then on top of that, if it's in rest mode, you choose one of their battle cards and one of their energy, and it locks it. So if you get that Unison to +5, you can make your opponent play like 2 energy down on one of your turns. This card is very, very, very scary. And he's going to come out for 2 energy, basically. Just one of the other cards. So again, nothing super impressive about this card. It is good for the deck. It it it's not like insane for the deck, so I wouldn't consider it really good. But again, it gives it some of that contemporary update. So it is a good card. Keep consistent. Next up is Trunks. So this is one of those evolved targets, but it's kind of weird because this card's very good. This card's very good. So he's deflect double 20. You evolve it, so then you'd be drawing. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't draw immediately, but okay. So you evolve it. When you play it, switch something to rest mode. Yeah. And then you play the Unison with 1 marker. Okay. So he boards the Unison from the deck, which is really, really, really good. Swings 20 double. And then at the end of the turn, you bounce him to hand, so you get him back. And then you play the. I might as well show it at this point. It is coming up quite a bit. Where is it? Um, this guy. This guy was. Oh, this guy. This card. This card was so annoying to play against when this deck came out. Oh my god. You play this guy and he's just a barrier blocker, but again, you're playing it in active mode. Yeah? Like I said, William, this guy's 20. He's going to block. Your leader's going to restand to give it 6. So he's blocking 26 and then he's blocking 26 again. And he has fucking barrier. This card was really annoying to play against. What is it? But yeah, that's the 3 drop you're playing. So this guy's really good. It's on 20 double at you. It played the Unison, which will let you play a 1 drop. And then it plays the Evolve guy, which means that your Unison is going to draw 1. So you actually +1. Like, this card gave you so much value. This card gave you so much value. This card's really good. I'm getting Discord notifications. So, this card goes up here. For sure. This card goes up here. For sure. And then we have the field. So, Future City, you can only play in the deck, basically. Play for 1. When you play it, you draw 1, so it replaces itself, and it plays that guy I showed you from the Z deck. So it plays that Gohan, and then it KOs it at the end of the turn. So for 1 energy, you replace yourself, played the old support, which is also going to KO itself, which is going to trigger your leader's awaken. You can do this on turn 1, going first, if you draw this card. I think this card is probably a 4-of. So you can awaken turn 1 if you want to, basically. Unless there's a restriction, which I don't think there is. And then, remember that 8-drop I just showed you? You can play it on turn 3 now. You can play that 8-drop on turn 3. So this says if you have 3 or more energy and you place it on the drop, you reduce his cost by 1 yellow, 1 colorless, which brings it down to 1 yellow, 1 colorless. So you can evolve for 2. This card is amazing for this deck. It's like close to broken. Like, this is instantly really good. If you wanted to put it up here in broken, I wouldn't blame you for it because this card does so much for the deck. It's insane. Um Now for the most disappointing part of the entire box. This first card is actually good. Um so one of my favorite decks of all time is Fliphon, the set 15 leader. Not Supreme Rivalry, Saiyan Showdown. This is one of my favorite leaders of all time. Now, the support is not for this deck technically. It's for the set 24 Icarus leader, or sorry, Gohan leader, which is very unfortunate because that deck is garbage and the support is kind of garbage and it doesn't make sense. And I will explain why. So, but those cards also fit into this deck. So I just wanted to bring that up because those cards are going to fit in here. And I love this deck. If you like the set 24 Gohan deck or you like the character, I highly recommend playing this deck instead. Okay? Well, let me disconnect from. So I'm not. But I'm just going to say that off the bat. Now, there is one possibility for a chain of events to actually make the set 24 leader considerably better. But let's just go over the first card. I actually really like this card. I actually think this card is good. Deflect, barrier blocker, and as a counterplay, you can just play it on top of one of the monkeys for free. So the decks they play a bunch of 4-drop monkeys, and I guess if they're about to get removed because they don't have barrier and they're not going through barrier, you can just play the guy on top. You get a deflect, you get a barrier blocker for that turn, and then you get a 25k swing on the turnaround. This card's actually good. I actually like this card. It's not bad. I wouldn't call it bad. I think it's decent. Now, this card pisses me off. This card pisses me off for one reason. The deck this is supposed to go into again, the set 24 gone. Set 24 yellow. Well, actually, that's not. It's not gonna help to search the leader. Sorry, I need the Z leader. Z leader, go on. So the deck has this Z leader, right? You can play it for free by spirit boosting, on the regular leader. This Z leader is disgusting. This card single-handedly, like, almost made Flip unplayable by itself. Okay, um, it's so good. You're swinging 20 because you see awaken. Okay, and then you can untap it by bottom decking one of your 4-drop monkeys. And so Flip played a bunch with fields because that's how it's flipped. Those fields would go and search out your monkeys. So this Z leader gave you a way to recur them back into your deck and research them back out, which is disgusting. It's really, really good. And then you drew one, untapped the leader for another swing, and then you removed it at the end, which is fine. Then this is the part that pisses me off with the new card. You play a 1-drop Gohan, but it has its skills negated. And then there's a Unison for the set 24 deck that also does the same thing on a +1. Plays a 1-drop negated. Why is that a problem? Because this guy's a 1-drop. I guess they want you to play this card, but then he sacks himself to reduce the next EX above you do. Okay? So then you're still stuck paying for the Unison with the leader effect, because the leader effect does that, and the Unison only comes in with one marker. So you're still stuck paying for that. It only comes in with one marker, then it only has a +1 that plays a 1-drop for free, but it also has the skills negated. So you can't, like, play this guy for free and then get value off of him. You still have to, like, play this guy, use his effect, play another 1-drop, or play the Unison, which sure plays it for free, and then okay, you can spirit boost to get the Z leader out for free, but then he would still play a 1-drop with skills negated. So you still can't get value out of this guy for free. And that's a problem because the deck's engine isn't inherently strong enough to warrant that punishment or like imposition onto that, because all you did was play 4-drop monkeys. Let me search by Great Ape. Like if you go and read all these monkeys, sorry, they have to be Gohans specifically. So here's one. It's a double strike 20k that kills something in rest mode. Yeah. For 1 energy, pretty much. Okay, nothing crazy. This guy is the best target. Okay, so he's barrier, which is really good. Your opponent can't attack your leader when he's in rest mode with anything other than their leader. Or sorry, yeah, only their leader can attack your leader as long as this card's alive. When it attacks, it combos for free. So this is the best card. One energy for this guy. Okay, that makes sense. And he is the best target for this guy's second effect. So this guy's second effect like sacks itself from under the ape and gives it 10 until the end of your opponent's turn. So that's really good because then you have a 25k deadly defender. Pretty good. But again, it doesn't warrant all the hoops you have to jump through, I think. And you've got this guy. When you play, you draw one and block two things that don't have barrier. Okay. Again, nothing crazy. So I will say it again. I am a little bit disappointed. Misadventure is for the flip pawn deck, so I wouldn't pay attention to this card unless you want to play flip pawn. But I am disappointed in this card. I didn't rank the first one, did I? No, I did. So I am, and I don't think I'm missing anything. Maybe I am. I'll probably put the deck together and try it. It's not good. I don't think it's good. It has decent effects. Like maybe I don't put it in needed more, but I want to put it here because it just uh I just it is decent. Like it improves the deck, but this card just sucks, man. It's just not good. Just play it in flip on. Just play it in flip on. Play both of these. This guy is really good in flip on because you go and play Misadventure normally, or you go and play this guy. So this guy's a double striker. Like this guy, like why, why couldn't they have done something like this for that deck? When this guy gets removed, he plays a Son Gohan Youth. It doesn't have his skills negated, man. This is what that deck needed. So sure, again, like I said, if you want to try these cards out and you want to play them, highly recommend looking into set 15 Gohan. It's an extremely fun deck. These cards could very well make this deck competitive enough now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try it probably. But yeah, this guy is just really disappointing. Alright, for my least favorite part of the whole box, I was excited for Gogeta Zeno support, and then it was just really broken. So, Gogeta Zeno is a deck that's already been hit before. They hit it like 3 times, for context. They recently unbanned Marvelous Might. Jizz, this card. They unbanned this card. Back at 4. And now they have given it. Can't wait for the 4th time around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So the first card, it's really good. I would probably put in really good. It's a Z card already, so it's already consistent. It's a 1/1. It's barrier. Bujin likes this card a lot because it can hit it. When it's in rest mode, all your Gogeta cards get 5k, so your leader gonna go to 20, and then you can awaken as soon as you play this card. You don't have to go down in life. Sure, very good. Simple, straightforward, good. Not much to say about this card. Next card, Very simple. Makes you want to play the Pycon Unison. Makes you want to use Leader Effect maybe, because if this card has 15k power or more, bury your blocker, and then when it blocks, you draw one. Again, simple card. I honestly think this card's pretty underwhelming. Like I know you can give it power, you can play it off of Marvelous Might, but honestly, this is a meh card for me. It's like whatever. You've got True Fighting Spirits, you've got Premonition. I forgot their name, but the other one, the Goku. Those are really good cards. So this guy needed maybe to be better to compete with those. Bandai, Bandai, Bandai. What? Why did we? What? Why did we print this card? 35k triple strike. Okay, pretty strong for one energy when your opponent has two or more energy. Okay. So on turn two, I can hit my opponent with a 35k triple strike. Okay. And then if you want, you can pay one to remove three cards. You know what this card doesn't have on it? Limit one. Doesn't have limit one on it for some reason. If I happen to draw two of these on turn two and I high roll my mills, I'm just gonna throw two 35k triple strikes at your face for literally no fucking reason. This card makes me mad. This card makes me very mad. Obviously, it goes up here. This card makes me very mad. This will be Gogeta's fourth reason for getting hit. Okay. I don't want to talk about this card anymore. I do want to talk about this card. Okay, so Senzeno. Senzeno. My boy. My boy Senzeno. This card's very good. Deflect barrier, safe to play. Funny, funny enough, you can play this in any black deck. Would you want to? I don't think I want to give my opponent a +1. But you can play this in any black deck for some reason. If your opponent has two or more energy, play one, and then you and your opponent both draw two and discard one. You want neutral, they want +1, which is fine for Senzeno because Senzeno is a mill deck. I don't know why this is a generic card, but it's really funny. The secondary effect I don't like that much. I guess maybe you can start playing Senzeno like a cooler mill to some extent, like it should be played where it's aggressive, because this second effect, it is really good that you kill two cards. Now, the card it plays, what was it? Ultimate Darkness. It's basically a triple strike. It's basically so this guy's a triple striker, yeah. The upside, I guess, is that you get another flip top. So all of these guys, normally when you play them, you can look at the top, and if it's a Shadow Dragon, you add it. But oh yeah, discard. Oh, it's when you discard them too. So this card's actually insane for you. This guy's a +1 for you too. I always forget that. So you're gonna draw two, and you're gonna pitch a Shadow Dragon and flip the top and add a Shadow Dragon. You know what card it cannot kill? Drum. I mean, he's right. He's not wrong about that. Um, I don't like that he's right because I don't like Ryan, but I can't. I have to be a factual hater, not a bad one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this guy's triple strike, sure. I mean, you can play it and flip top and swing triple. Okay, why not? I think this card's really good for that deck because it cycles you, makes your opponent mill more, gives you a Shadow Dragon proc when you discard. Plays a triple strike cure, gives you another cycle. For what the deck needs, I think it's I don't know. I think the other one's better. I would put this one like good. This card's beautiful. Okay? This card's beautiful. This card right here. This card's beautiful. So it's an extra card, which for Cinzeno means whenever you play Cinzeno, when you activate a Shadow Dragon extra card, basically, you make your opponent mill one, which is why it has this. Also, so that it's searchable, and it's really good. Activate main battle, which is like most of them. You choose one. If it's your turn, you basically you mill two because you mill one off of leader effect, and the effect itself mills one, and you can play one of the three costs. So all of the three costs are most of the three costs are really good. We can go look at them. So BT15, Saiyan Showdown. I don't remember what this one is. This card sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's a barrier blocker. So like this guy's good. What is this one? Doesn't do anything on play. Rage is good, but he's a negate, so I don't think he would play it off of it. Oh, this is the one. This is the haze I like. This is the haze I like. Would you play Nuova? No, Nuova is the top searcher, right? Oh no, this is not the card I like. Where's the one? Oh, this guy. Crit. When this card is played. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty good because your unison is very vulnerable in this deck. Darkness Absorb. No, it plays the other 8 drop. And this guy's a searcher. Spirit Boost last marker, replay Toa. You can, yeah. Oh, does it play from drop? Oh shit, it plays from the drop. Oh. I see. I see how this card is good now. It's even better than I thought it was now. And then the other effect is, hey, do you want to mill 2 cards? No? Okay, I'm gonna draw 2. It's basically like offering. This card's very good. This card is very good. Very good, very good. Really good. Alright, we're gonna get into the Search Cube card now. Um, I actually value this card more now because of the other support. So I probably should have gone over the other cards first. So let's actually go over the Vegeta and the Videl first. So I gotta go back to the first page. So here's Vegeta. So this is all for Surge Coup. It's very interesting that they're actually supporting Surge decks and trying to bring them back. I think Surge Coup is more likely to be more relevant than Kefla, but the Kefla support is also very good. So this is the first card. Play it for 1. 3 more energy, red, replaces itself. When you play it, you minus 10 the board and then your leader gains dual attack, which is really good on the front because Surge Coup on the front, you draw 2 and pitch 1. So you, you are drawing 4 cards and discarding 2. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know. I mean, this card is pretty straightforward and it's just good. I don't think it's insane. I think it's very good, or good for the purposes of the tier list. Videl is a fucking card. Videl is a card. Videl is a barrier blocker that puts more cards under your Surge Leader. So you pay 1, tuck another card under your leader, and then you draw 2. You could take a life. I don't know if that's going to come up ever. Maybe if you want to get to 5 to use your Surge effects, I can see it. And then your leader gains double. So you're at a weird point with this deck now where like 3 energy on, you can just go. The problem is the leader's power itself, of course, but you know, you can go play Vegeta, play Videl. My leader is now double dual. And then if I'm on the backside, I can make it double dual crit because that's what one of the surge effects does. So let's see. Um, Divinity, just so I can let people read it. So yeah, on the front, attack, draw two, pitch one, and then the whole surge thing. If you don't know what it is, you choose a red and a yellow card, basically the colors of the leader, put them under, and then you effectively get a draw one on tap one. But since you put two cards under, they make you draw three and on tap one because the surge effects place cards from under. And then this card got eroded because it was too strong. You used to be able to do this on your opponent's turn as well, but now it's only on your turn. So you, if your life is at 5 or less and you sack one from under, you can blank the board, or you can give your leader tanking and crit. So then your leader would be 25 dual double crit if you played Vegeta and Videl. But the blank effect is really good now because again you can blank your opponent's whole board ignoring barrier. You can play Vegeta, which gives -10. Let me rank the Videl first. Videl is a really good card. And then activate main, she just rests something. This card's very good. Honestly, I'm like kind of willing to put this in the broken tier to be honest, because putting more cards under your Surge Leader is so disgusting. This card is nuts. Okay. Quick question. Yeah, what's up? Scroll down to the. Oh, we're about to get ads. On the Videl. Yeah, what about the Videl? Yeah, you can, because your backside is still that. There's more cards than this that have that clause. Search Piccolo support when, right? I don't know. Maybe they'll throw Piccolo and Cell a bone at some point. Oh no, Cell's banned. No, the fuck they're not, because Cell's banned. All right, ads are about to start, so I'm gonna pause for 3 minutes while you guys get ads. I'll see you guys in a bit when they come. I mean, I don't know. I'm having a live. 2 hours. I didn't think it was gonna take this long either. I'm gonna be honest. Your double strike is good. So yeah, I like that they've kept it to engines now, but not like in a broken way either. You know. Well, I'm waiting for the ads to start. I don't know why they take so long to. I want to play this card, man. Oh, okay. Kill my leader during battle, right? Session stopped. We're almost done.
Yes, please refuse to take damage despite the early hitting you down on.
Alright, we back. Just in time to talk about the last Surge Coup card, which is this Unison. Now, after understanding the support more, I actually value this card quite a bit more. So it's actually a blocker Unison, which is kind of interesting. You just play it for one when you sack it for a Surge skill, or when you discard it for leader effect. So that's really cool. Comes in with one marker only, which is kind of weird. But the really nice thing about this actually is the +1. So I don't know how much this deck would struggle with removal, but yellow normally struggles with um board removal, and this is really nice because +1, choose all of your opponent's skills, battle cards, and battle cards with 15 power or less that they can't untap. So like if you do your surge effect, you're locking your opponent's entire board. Now, they might have, this is only for the turn, right? So they might have effects on their turn that they can still use and whatnot, but they're not untapping, they're not swinging. So you're kind of just stalling a turn out. You can kind of just do this every turn if you don't want to swing big crit. Like it's actually good. And then if you do decide to go on the offensive though, not only can you give your leader 10k in crit. Actually, no, that's kind of weird. Leader gets 5, so if you blank your opponent's board, you wouldn't be able to swing big. Okay, never mind. I mean, that makes it a little bit worse, but it's still good. You'd have to opt for the +0 instead of +1 too. I wonder. Part of me wonders if they would consider like unerrataing the leader. 'Cause that's the only way the +0 makes more sense. But that might be a little bit too strong. I don't know. I don't think it would be too strong at this point, but hey, I guess we'll find out. I wonder if they would consider unerrataing and fixing some cards, to be honest, but we'll see. This card's like solid. This card's pretty good. I'm not gonna put it in really good, but it does what it needs to. I don't know. I don't think it would be that broken. Now, for my favorite personal cards of the whole box, this is good God. Um, Awakened Malevolence. Um, this leader is only 10k. Now, this leader is interesting. Okay, it's only a 10k base, which you can fix with the Gogeta Z Unison because the cards that you play are GTs, which would plus one to Unison, the one for the Rainbow Gogeta deck. So your leader is still technically a 15k, kind of. But it's obviously it's 10k for a reason because when you neg your opponent's leader, you can triple attack, and then you can play any brainwash for free, which is like these new guys too. Um, First one is Goten. They all have offering, and they all have a rival. Solid. What does this guy do? You KO one of your own guys, and then you switch something to rest mode, ignoring barrier, and it can't untap. Really, really good. I think I put this card in really good. Very straightforward card. Very solid. You can play it for free during your turn, or you can rival it. That's just a really good card. Prox offering, the brainwashed, Trunks. Can't evolve into other cards. I hate you for this, Bandai. Just let me play Chain Attack Trunks. Nothing wrong with that. Just let me change that on somebody, okay? Come on. Come on. Do this to me. Same thing. Oh wait, this guy doesn't have offering, but I thought they all did. But because he's gonna play something with a drop, your options aren't wide or great. But this is by no means a bad card. Like it's okay. You know, it's a good card. It's fine. Bulla, I really like Bulla. Barrier blocker, offering, same thing. You can rival it, and then it reduces the combo of two of the multicolor cards. So you get some cards that are not dead in hand. I really wish that we reduced the cost of Malicious Majesty in this deck. The whole idea of this deck was to play this card. So you would arrival into this card, which just has barrier. You would just arrival into it, and then normally what people would do is evolve the Power Booster Super Baby on it, and then play the Sex Drop Monkey on top of it, the old ones. I'm not gonna go over them because they're not relevant to this. You can do it in this if you want to, but it's not the main thing. This is the deck that this card was actually meant for. You play this card Arrival, you use the Union Resort for 2 energy, and you put this card out. What does this card do? Deflect, offering 30k. Okay. Discard 3 cards and take a life. Neg your opponent's entire board and leader 20k. And also negate their non-keyword skills. So your opponent's leader is now a minus 5k. Fantastic. My leader is now triple attack. And I have all these like free cards that are like offering in 20. Is it gonna be good? I don't know. But it looks fun. I'm gonna play it. Oh baby, you're triple. Eric, I know you are excited for Kefla support. And by God is it good. By God is it good. Okay. First card. Bonds of Potara. If it's under Everlasting Light, which is this card, at face value, complete garbage, unplayable. Card does nothing. 30k swing, untaps, can protect it. Okay, nothing to look at. If this is under it, it is now a double strike blocker. Okay, actually good now, and you can protect it when it tries to get removed. Sure. If your leader's Kefla Surge and you pitch one, you play a Kale and a Khalifa with 9k power, and then this guy costs 1. Very good. Now, what are my targets? Power. There's not that many 9. What are my targets? Very good targets. The new card. So I guess I will finish talking about that. I should finish talking about this card first. Um, play 2 dudes, make the thing 1. Really good. And then you pay 1 to put it under her, so she gets double blocker, and then you bottom deck something. So Bonzo Potara is it's good. Nothing to complain about there. It's not crazy. It's not bad. Okay, so here's the 9k. It has deflect. Solid. Limit 1 on the top 7. So you add a U6 and then you mill U6. Solid. And then when it's under the Kefla, basically, or whatever you fusion, or sorry, Boltara, combo under it. Again, very good card for what the deck is. You can free play it off the effect on the front if you want to, which is also really good. All around, it's just a good card. Again, there's nothing to complain about on that card. It's good for the deck. It does things that the deck needs to do. You can play it off of the Z extra. Solid card. And then the last card in the box is this Kefla. So you union it for 1 blue, you draw 2, same thing. 5k combo or 10. It's a 10, isn't it? It's a 10. When she attacks, you bottom deck something, and then you can pay 1 to untap it to bottom deck something else. Again, nothing impressive, but it's like it's just good. These are just 3 very good cards that Kefla really needed. Now, it didn't get anything on the level of Surge Coup, which is kind of disappointing. Like, you can't keep stacking cards under your Kefla. Maybe that would be a little broken since she can get 3 cards back. But, um, again, just 3 good cards. Hit Z tier. Dude, Champa's up here, man. Champa's up here. Champa's like the second strongest card in the whole box. So, very quickly, I don't want to spend too much more time, and I don't think I even need to talk about the decks because you see the power level of the cards. Um, let's talk about the decks. Again, I don't know too much about all of these, but Michael, one of my friends, Michael Friend, he topped with his Android deck last year, so it was already decent when it came out. It was already obviously good enough. Um, I guess the easier way to do this is going to be: do I think anything's going to be broken after this list? Um, Tentatively, Gogeta. Again, this card is just broken. This card is broken, and the deck is like already decently good enough, and all the support is like good. So I think this card is way too broken, man. I don't like it. I really don't. And I think Gogeta could be broken. I don't know. I'm tentatively gonna keep it up here. Do I think anything else is gonna be broken? Not really. You could like maybe potentially argue that Cooler is broken enough with the C leader. Get above 10. I can see that. Sure. I'm just like I just think this card is strong enough to carry the deck up to broken tier. I don't think Cooler would be broken, but if you told me it was gonna be broken, I wouldn't hate you for it. Um, I'll just keep it up here. Anything else I think is broken? Not really. Do I think anything's gonna be bad even after the box? I am willing to put Bardock's crew and need it more because, and this is gonna look really weird, if you just see the picture. But the reason I put this here is, and I said this while I was talking about the deck, the issue with Bardock's crew is not the engine. the engine is actually pretty good. And the support making it more consistent and better is great, amazingly helpful, but you you have a really outdated leader. You have a leader that has no inherent self-awakening, no auto-awaken condition. It bursts to on the front. So if you're not self-awakening and you get stalled out, you're screwed. And your backside doesn't do shit. It's a 20k swing, and then you can kill a life to negate an attack. Like I said earlier, there are reboot leaders at set 28. They did this with Go Tanks. They literally printed Grim Reaper for like the old set 11 Go Tanks or whatever, and then they printed a new Go Tanks leader. Okay? Please, set 28, have a Bardock crew leader. Okay? Please. I'm begging you. Do I think anything else is going to be bad after this box? Yes. This deck already wasn't good. This deck already wasn't good. The two cards I got are not great for what the deck needed. I don't think it's going to be good. I just don't. Everything else is at minimum good. Minimum. Do I think anything is going to be really good? I think Surge Crew has potential to be really good. Gohan is a worse yellow Bardock, is it? Even with the support, I think this goes up here. I think the support god is really fantastic. Again, these are all, you should all take these with a grain of salt because I have not played most of these. I've maybe played them at some point, seen them played, or I at least know what the decks do. So I don't know exactly how the decks are gonna test, and nobody's gonna really have a good idea on day one. Okay, I know you've been testing a lot today, like on Untap Eric, but you know, oh, Kid Gohan. Yeah, there's two Gohans. Sorry, should have specified first, but that's okay. Kid Gohan, it's just that deck's just disappointing. Literally, that deck released, and I'm like, damn, this is ass. And then I read the cards, and I'm like, these are 4-drop monkeys, and these are 1-drop Son Gohan youths, and a Zealer can go on top of Flip Han. I am putting these cards in Flip Han and making that deck way better. That is what you got out of set 24 Jello. You made Flip Han a little better with set 24. This deck is garbage, okay? I might still try it because there is that one sequence that makes the thing cheap enough that maybe it actually does something. If you can keep the unison alive for a turn, sure. You compound value because then your thing is free. Okay. Oh, not good enough. I just think it needed more if they were gonna support it. I think Trunks is gonna be up here. I'm not sure about Kefla because it was already not that good. I think the support's very good, but I think it's gonna only bring it up to good. Um, I think the Android support was very good. I think the deck overall, since it already topped last year in set 23, 24 when it came out, we haven't gone that far past that. So the fact that it got such strong support probably brings it up here. You know, if I had Michael in here, he could probably give you a more accurate representation of it. Hit is very weird to rank because it's like kind of like the Black Broly where the deck was completely garbage unplayable, but the supported god is so broken that like maybe it goes up here now. But I don't know. I'm gonna tentatively put it up here just because Champa is such a disgusting card. Um, I don't know if what Cinzano got was enough, but I think it makes it a lot better. Z leader, oh, the yellow one? Really? Well, I mean, I could that would make sense because then you just get a Z later. Oh shit. Bandai. Why do you hate Surge? Why do you hate Surge Kefla? Why do you hate Surge Kefla? Man. But yeah, I think Cinzeno is probably good. I don't think I would put it in the really good category. U7 probably was the very good. U7 support is really good. Goku Black might still need more. Um, the original Pro Mod God is good, still not enough. I think the supported as God is pretty solid, but I just don't think it's enough, especially because we have this card. I have this card in Meh, and I don't think the extra card will carry it enough. It could, but I think that the deck needs. Should have just given it one more card, just one. Um, I'd be willing to put it in Meh, but I'm gonna keep it here. This is probably good. The thing that's making me hesitate a little bit to put it up here is the Vegeta. The Vegeta's disgusting. Like, for 2 energy, you can get 2 triple strike 30Ks. That's like almost on the level of this guy. But it makes more sense for this deck because this deck is a glass cannon. Don't play the boost side. I don't know. That card just seems inefficient. You know. If you can play Bobbity for free, you actually can. Actually, hmm, I could consider putting this up here because of people used to play this Unison in this deck. Where is it? Where is it? What is it? It's Unison, green, one. I can't. This guy. People used to play this guy because you could play it for one because you're like double striking your opponent early. Either way, everybody's gonna go 7 or more. So you could actually argue like play this card on turn 2, play like the classic double strike servant guy, and then on turn 3 you can free play Bobbity and pay for its effect, and then you're making the quickening effect for one energy, and that's actually worth, in my opinion. The problem is that you're giving your opponent a card, but you're swinging like a billion double strike all the time. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. But this might make me consider put the deck up to really good. It took 2.5 hours, man. I don't know if you guys want to banter about anything, any of the results, really quick. Any questions or any disputes about any of this stuff? Never included the boo line. I mean, you still should because the quickening is still free. You just can't do it until turn 3. I don't know. I think it's fine. But yeah, if there's nothing, I don't think 2.5 hours is unreasonable for how in depth I try to go. You know, it's very important to me that people understand what deck it's going into, why the support is good, and how it helps, and give you all the context. Zoom in. I can't zoom in. I guess I can. Uh, Is that better? That's better. I have to screenshot this anyway for, I guess, posting it on. I'll post it tomorrow though, because it's a little bit late now. I'll just be like, hey, these were the results from last night. But yeah, I mean, if you guys don't have anything to comment on, I'll probably just go ahead and end. Tier list. Got one follow. Yeah, Baby Leader can just play them. I went and checked the leader. Baby just plays any brainwashed. So you can free play those guys on your turn and then rival them. It's really funny because that deck is going to turn into like, I'm going to use like no energy on my turn, and then I'm just going to play on your turn and do a bunch of bullshit. And then when I get my turn back, you are getting your shit pushed in by Malicious Majesty. Nice 5k leader, man. Negative 5k, sorry. I'm very excited. I am gonna have to play some untap and decide like 2 or 3 decks that I really want to practice and commit to. If I was to pick 2 or 3 decks to commit to out of this box, I would go with Blue Trunks for sure. I would go with the Yellow Baby, and I would probably test. I don't think anything else entices me enough. I like Future Gohan, but not enough to go out of my way to build it. I don't like U7 that much. I don't care for the androids very much. I like Majin Vegeta, but not more than the other ones. I don't care about Surge Q. I care about Surge Kefla, though. I don't know. Maybe I have to. Goku Black work in set 7 Zamasu? I mean, sure. I think you can play it if your leader's just blue. No, it has to be a Goku Black. Which makes sense. Is it a Goku Black on the front side of that leader? Huh. But yeah, I've been yapping a lot, man. I am gonna need to cut it off. I really appreciate you guys for coming by. You know, William and Eric and interacting quite a bit. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming by and your car's now right now, man. I'm quite tired. I've been doing a lot of stuff today. Um, maybe we can cook tomorrow, but I'm gonna log off for the night. Appreciate you guys for coming by. I really appreciate the support and I really appreciate the views. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, however long that takes. And probably see you guys whenever you guys come by again. You know, I stream a lot of the days, 4 or 5 days a week, but I'm not streaming DBS. So yeah, take care, guys.